Sound should be okay. That just mutes it. Wow. Look at that for a background. Champions again, ole, 4 in a row. 4 in a row, absolutely fantastic. How are you all this morning? I need to go into this. Skip the adverts. Everyone that's online, Stephen Johnson's online, Dan Cassie. I'm going to have to go inside at some point because it looks as if it's going to rain. It does look as if it's going to rain. Danny Cassie's online. Grab Boy saying good morning to Stephen Johnson. Willie Man's online. What are the plants? I've done more than water the plants. It's what a backdrop this is. Who was in Torrix last week? Because whoever was in Torrix, I need to know where you got that paella from. And I'm going to go there and try it out. Just move that down that way. So anyway, oh, sunny over here, man. It's going to be sunny in a couple of hours. It will be sunny in a couple of hours here. Look at the mountains though. That's just phenomenal. Anyway, Celtic do take on the Zombies, but Chris Sutton done an article this morning. Chris Sutton done an article saying that this time that we're at Celtic is not normal, and it's not normal. Winning trebles is not normal. Callum McGregor and the manager have ultimately normalised winning trebles, but there's an issue at Celtic. And there's the dog in the background just mucking about. There is an issue at Celtic. And the issue is, this summer, another three youth players, including Daniel Cummins, is going to be leaving the club on freedom contract. What is going on at Celtic? Another three youth players, including Daniel Cummins. What's going on at Celtic? Why can't we keep a hold of the youth players? And what happened to Brendan Rodgers? Brendan Rodgers talking about being the manager that brings on youth, and there's so many youth players leaving this morning. Lanky says, good morning, troops. Peter Larkin says, morning, Baz. 30 degrees in Perth, Australia coming in winter. Great place to watch Celtic. The forecast here is to clear up in around about 2 hours' time. And then it's going to be around about 25 degrees today. But anyway, it is what it is. It's a fantastic location. But anyway, I'm going to be able to do a poll this morning because I'm not logged in. I can't get logged in to YouTube. Stephen Johnson, good morning. So yeah, Brendan Rodgers talking about the fact that he wants Celtic to be a club that youth can develop at and come on. But this summer again, we're losing players from the B team. How do we get a pathway? We've got a pathway manager. This is the worst thing about Celtic at the moment. We've got a pathway manager in Darren O'Dea. What is Darren O'Dea doing at the club? What is the point of having Darren O'Dea at the club? Because as it stands just now, Darren O'Dea's getting money for old rope. I don't know what's going on. Maybe somebody that has an inkling on the youth side of Celtic can come on and tell us what's actually going on. But then nobody actually knows. Ali says, all I can say is, never get bored being on top. Getting fucked off if I was in second place all the time. Yeah, I'd never get bored. Never get bored being at the top of the league. 4 in a row. 4 in a row is never... It's not for everybody, is it? Paradise Found says, morning Baz and all the Tims. Morning Baz from Turkey. I'm going to do a live later on this afternoon. I'm going to do a live later on this afternoon. I'm in a place called Torrix. This morning. We're down here for a few days. Just reading through some. Does he make any changes? The fact that Jota's out, I think he's going to put Dice Maida onto the wing. What day is it? Today is Friday, isn't it? I think the team this weekend will be Cameron Carter-Vickers. I think it'll be it's going to be Liam Scales, isn't it? It's going to be Liam Scales this weekend. And out in the wing, it's going to be normal. It's going to be Taylor. Fucking rain's going to start. It's going to be Taylor and it's going to be Alistair Johnston on the other side. In the midfield, it's an easy midfield, as always with Celtic. It's going to be Callum McGregor in the middle of the pitch. And it's going to be Arnie Ingalls and Rio Hatate further forward from Callum McGregor. Now this is where it gets interesting. We all know that Jota's out. Hopefully we'll get an update this afternoon from Brendan Rodgers on exactly how long Jota is out for, and if he's out to the end of the season, if he's out further than that, and is it something that's going to be long term? Will it be okay for the qualifiers? Will it be okay for the qualifiers for the Champions League? You keep freezing on your live. No, I don't, because I'm watching it on here, and it's fine here. So it's no freezing here. Freezing cold. The fucking dog's next door. Jesus. So yeah, I'm watching it here and it's live. And now I'm just going to be pissed at the dogs next door. So yeah, up front it's going to be Dyson Maeda on the wing. I think it's going to be Adam Ida. It's definitely buffering. Well, we're going to have to learn. It is what it is, because we're on in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. Anyway, keeps freezing. I'm not staying on for much longer anyway, but it doesn't seem to be freezing here. Staying inside. Right, so the front three is going to be Dyson Maeda, it is going to be Kuhn, and it's going to be Adam Ida. That's my starting lineup for the team this weekend. You keep buffering me, right? If that's the case, I'm going to have to wind this up because it's cloudy, and if it's buffering, I need to try and get a better signal later on today. It's fine here. See, some of these are buffering. It's your internet, because it's fine here. Ange Postecoglou. Who cares about Ange? Boo. It's no buffering whatsoever. So anyway, what do you think the score will be this weekend with that team? Is it a revenge match for Brendan Rodgers and the team this weekend? Is it revenge for Brendan Rodgers and the team this weekend? Is it a must-win dead rubber game? We always go into the season. It's fine. See, I know folk just like to wind it up in the comments. Is this a must-win dead rubber game? Is it a dead rubber game that we can just think it's the end of the season, or do we really need to win this game to make sure that we have that dominance over them? Is it a must-win? 3-1 for the champions. Get the score lines in the comment section. 3-0 Hoops says Big Des, and 3-1 for the champions says Grab Boy. 4-2. Something tells me Lanky says it's going to be a 4-2 game. I can't see it being a 4-2 game. I don't think they've. Have we got 4 goals in us against that lot? They're going to play a really defensive game, and they're going to try and hit us on the break like they've done many times before. So 4-2 the Lanky's going for. That's all right. Yeah, I'm live. It's cool. 2-1 says Paul. 3-0 says Jerry Cassidy. Monotic Mix is 2-1 also. Dave Hislop's going for 4-1. Mine's working fine. That says Tommy. Yeah, it's working. Barry Boy set the when was the last time we lost 3 games a season to them? We haven't, but we have beat them. We've beat them more than 3 times in a season. Could it be the fact that the tide is turning and will Brendan Rodgers get the better of Barry Ferguson this time? 3-1 says Typhoon McFlustery. 4-1 says you boy Martin. 3-0 Kenny to score. Johnny Kenny. Will Johnny Kenny get some game time today? This weekend, sorry. Will he get some game time? Due to the fact that Brendan Rodgers, I mean, there's no one. I think Johnny Kenny will get some game time today, and he'll keep Dyson on the wing. Due to the fact that there isn't another winger that we can bring on. There's not another winger that we can bring on. I mean, Jota's out injured, Yang's out injured. So you look at the changes that's going to be made in the game, and it is going to have to be Dyson. It is going to be Adam Ida coming off, and Johnny Kenny coming on. That's the only striker change that he can seriously make, and it shows how weak that we are in the striker department. The fact that he is going to be having to bring on Johnny Kenny. It's as simple as that. 3-1 the Sunday, says Ryan. 5-0 the Hoops. 4-1 says Laura McCann. Chris McAnally says 5 or 6. Now, do you think that we're going to gub them? In all reality, do you think that we're really going to gub them this weekend? I'm not too sure. 2-0 says Fuzzy Phelps. Mikey says 5-0 or 7-0 says Paul. It's never going to be 7. We'll never let our club die says 2-1. 3-0. Few 3-0. Young Boy Martin says 4-1. Les Watts says 3-1. Put in a performance, we'll get a result. We've been poor over the 90 minutes in the last 3 games. Is that a worry, though? Is that a worry that the first half of the last 3 games we've been absolutely atrocious? Let's face it, we've never got off to a start. They managed to control the tempo of the game. And that's at our ground. It's been at Hampden, and you know, it's been at their ground also that they've controlled the narrative. They've man-marked Callum McGregor. How is Brendan Rodgers going to adapt the team? Because they'll man-mark Callum McGregor. You can pretty much guarantee that. And if we've turned up in the second half of games, but it's never been acceptable over the course of the season to just turn up in the second half. 15, 20 minutes, maybe we've even got a chance, but the fact that Rio Hatate in these games hasn't turned up until the second half, maybe that's the issue. Baz, it's hoodwink Hoops fans all around the world. It's clearly renting a fine spring morning up the scheme. We lose an early goal and we fold like paper. Do we fold like paper, or is it the fact that... yeah. That's an interesting one. We'll wait and see what happens. We haven't lost the league. Yeah. We haven't lost in the league when we score first. Can we score first in this game? Can we score first in this game? That is the big question going into it. Let's be really honest. That is the big question. Can we score first? Can we quieten their fans? Can we do what Roy Aitken says that we used to be able to do, is get in the first 5-10 minutes, get a goal early, shut them up, and we'll have 2,000 Celtic fans making as much noise as possible. They've done it to us twice already. It won't be easy or a high score line. 2-2, 3-3 comes to mind. This is Polo smoke grenades. The mist is actually a Polo smoke grenade after the early morning raid. It is brilliant, I've got to say. I've not had... It's like being back in Scotland. It's like back in Scotland. They said it's going to be 25 degrees today. Yeah, we'll do them 3-0. 3-0 by half time. If I'm going to say, if it's 3-0 by half time, half of Ibrox will be empty by half time. They will walk out on numbers. They will not hang about. They will not want to be. They won't want to witness 2 Torres looking amazing. Yep, it's a fantastic part of the world. I'm telling you. That's why we're done here, just to have a look a bit. £22 for 4 babes, 2 half bottles. This is big days. Oh, Jesus. Right, that's you've all had your scores in for the weekend. I am only staying on for the 15 minutes today. They're a charity run. Do we ever learn? All these mental predictions, do we ever learn? Michael, I'm not going to make a mental prediction. I think that it's going to be a close game. I think it could be, ultimately, it could be a 1 or 2-0 game. I can't see it being... I think that they will not want to lose on their own ground. Barry Ferguson will want to make sure that he is... No, I've not. No, it's not. It's a mirrored image on the camera. If I turn the camera around the other way, turn it that way, and then I turn this way, you'll see it the right way around, Stephen. But then you don't hear me. and then I can't see what's on the screen. Anyway, that's that. I give up, lol. Exactly. Right, that's me done and dusted for this morning. I will try and do another live after Brendan Rodgers has done his interview this morning. On that note, make sure you have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world. I'll show you this place. Show you this place before we go. Don't say that you'd never get culture on this channel. And let's say you never get culture. Culture. A fantastic little place this is. I'll just do this. I'll go, and then I'll get the t-shirt right way around for you. A great day, Celtic fans, all around the world. The fuck do you stop it?